It was midnight on New Year's Eve when I made the decision that would change everything. As fireworks exploded outside my window, I typed out that fateful post. This year, I'm starting my own company. I hit share and instantly felt that rush of dopamine as the likes and comments poured in. But here's what nobody tells you. That feeling, that temporary high from sharing your dreams with the world, it's actually your first mistake. A 2019 Harvard study revealed something that shook me to my core. When you verbalize your goals to others, your brain releases the same neurotransmitters as if you'd already accomplished them. That means every time someone says, "Wow, that's amazing," your subconscious thinks the work is done. And I learned this the hard way. 3 weeks later, my business plan was collecting dust while I kept checking my phone for more validation. But the real wake-up call came when my so-called supportive friend dropped this bomb. My friend said, "Another big idea, huh? What happened to your life-changing app from last year?" That single comment. It destroyed my momentum for months. And today I'm going to show you why this happens to all of us. And more importantly, how to break the cycle for good. Let's take a walk through any coffee shop in January. You'll hear it everywhere. "I'm writing a novel. I'm starting a podcast. This is my year." And by February, silence. Why does this happen? Dr. Peter Gollwitzer's landmark 2009 study at NYU discovered something revolutionary about human behavior. When test subjects announced their goals publicly, something fascinating happened in their brains. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for motivation, actually showed decreased activity compared to those who kept quiet. In simple terms, talking about your plans tricks your brain into feeling like you've already done the work. Now here's where it gets really interesting. That same study found that when people in your life respond to your goals, even with encouragement, it creates what psychologists call premature social reality. Every time your mom says, "I'm so proud of you," or your friend comments, "You're gonna kill it," your brain registers these as mini rewards for something you haven't actually done yet. And the worst part? Our brains are wired to remember criticism far more than praise. A University of Amsterdam study proved we recall negative feedback 3 times longer than positive. So when that one person says, "Let me know how that works out for you," that sticks with you forever. It replays in your head at 3 a.m. when you're doubting yourself. And before you know it, so I decided to run an experiment. For 90 days, I would tell absolutely no one about my goals. No social media posts, no excited calls to mom. When friends asked what I was working on, I'd just smile and say, "Someone said, 'Oh, same old stuff.'" The first 2 weeks were brutal. That itch to share was overwhelming. But then something incredible started happening. My productivity tripled. Without spending energy crafting the perfect announcement or worrying about people's opinions, I had all this mental space to actually work. And the results? Staggering. While my previous attempts had fizzled out in weeks, this time I built an entire business framework in complete silence. And here's the fascinating psychological shift that occurred. Without external validation, I developed what researchers call intrinsic motivation. A University of Rochester study shows this is 300% more powerful than doing things for recognition. I was working because I loved the work itself. Then came the unexpected side effect. Around day 45, people started noticing something was different. My energy, my confidence, my lack of anxiety about their opinions. They'd lean in closer when I walked by. My inbox filled with, "Hey, what are you up to lately?" texts. The less I shared, the more power I held. And when I finally launched my business 3 months later, the same people who doubted me were first in line to buy. Because here's the ultimate truth. Silence isn't just about keeping secrets. It's about letting your results speak so loudly that no one can ignore them. Fast forward to last month. There I was on stage, accepting an award for that same business. And when the interviewer asked, "How did you accomplish all this so quickly?" I looked out at the audience, at all the familiar faces who'd heard every failed plan before, and finally understood the real power of silence. My voice on stage. I didn't tell you. Because the dreams that change your life aren't announced. They're built in the quiet hours when no one's watching. They're forged in the space between what you could brag about and what you actually do. So if you take one thing from this story, let it be this. Your next big goal? Tell your phone to record it as a video diary if you must. But the world? The world doesn't get to know until it's already done. Let them wonder, let them doubt. And when the time comes, let your success be the only announcement they receive.